And now we are at 157 pounds with Captain Brian Murphy, the number 12 ranked wrestler in the country, taking on number 17, Van Brill.
Right side collar tie, left side ankle pick, brings it up to his feet, switches sides. And now Van Brill looking to dive through.
Looks like we're going to have another funky match ahead of us at 157 pounds.
And Van Brill is long. And Brian Murphy likes to get to that head. And a potential cradle lock for Brian Murphy.
And now Van Brill with the leg in the air. And Brian Murphy's so flexible here, easily hopping with the leg up on the shoulder of his opponent.
No takedown given still. On the out of bounds line, Van Brill.
And the crowd loves the hustle.
This is an educated crowd.
No takedown awarded.
None. And that's what they like to see. This is an educated crowd. They're not just here watching wrestling. They know what's going on. That is some great wrestling right there.
They applauded that great wrestling, which is something you like to see, and they applauded the loss by Profaci. You know, not giving up bonus points. This is an educated crowd at Cliff Keen Arena. And I did misspeak after the match at 149 pounds. I said that Rutgers was able to tie up the matchup. They actually are leading the match 7-6. They picked up bonus points with the major decision against Amin. They lead the match 7-6. And in this matchup, it is 0-0 between Van Brill and Murphy with 50 seconds left on the clock.
Both guys in collar ties here. Murphy has right side to his right side. Van Brill has right side to his side. Now switches over tie, passes the elbow, breaks away from the collar tie in the open position.
Still scoreless here with 10 seconds left. Deep underhooks from Brian Murphy. And 2 points awarded at the buzzer. We saw it at 133 pounds, and we see it at 157 pounds. And the call on the mat is confirmed after video review. 2-point takedown for Brian Murphy. I thought it was a takedown.
Okay. See, and that's what I'm saying. It could go either way. I could see it being called a takedown. I can see it not being called. I don't fault the refs. Great call. We're back to action, and Murphy leads 2-0.
And Brian Murphy, 7-6 on the season. You mentioned in the intro, this is, if there is such thing as a must-win, this is a must-win for Brian Murphy against the ranked opponent in John Van Brill. He is the senior captain of this Michigan Wolverine lineup that is full of young, experienced wrestlers.
And Brian Murphy started the season 3-0 and hasn't won back-to-back matches since that 3-0 start. He needs to pick up a win here. This is confidence. You're getting close to the Big Ten Championship, and if you can go in to the Big Ten Championships not only healthy but with confidence too, Brian Murphy could be dangerous.
But Van Brill can be dangerous himself. He picks up a 1-point escape. It is still a 1-point match here. There's only 24 seconds of riding time. Both men working here in the collar tie.
And after this, Brian Murphy will take on Central Michigan's Colin Heffernan, who's ranked top 10 at this weight as well. So you could head into March with a top 20 win, a top 10 win, a bunch of confidence.
And as we mentioned, 7-6 record doesn't sound the greatest, but he has been wrestling tough opponents week after week, and there's no better preparation for March than having that.
Murphy there was looking for the double underhooks again. The length for Van Brill might be puzzling Brian Murphy at this point. And the only way he feels that he could be successful is in those double underhooks.
There's 40 seconds left on the clock here.
What a treat. How exciting is this? And let's touch on Sunday real quick. Lehigh, the Mountain Hawks travel to Ann Arbor. So we have 2 top 20 matchups that we get to call.
We get to call both of them. They're going against number 11 Rutgers and number 12 Lehigh. This is a tough weekend for the Michigan Wolverines here in Cliff Keen Arena.
You're going to learn a lot about the Michigan Wolverines, I'll tell you that.
And especially after a tough Friday, they have 1 day to recover on Saturday, and then they have to get right back into action. He's been wrestling a lot. Has gotten a lot of mat time, which is good for the sophomore wrestler. Needs as much mat time as he can get.
And I was just going to say, if you're Brian Murphy, elbows in tight, we saw it with the Profaci match. These legs are coming in for these Rutgers guys, and you have to keep those elbows tucked.
Looks for a switch, and that's that second move that you were talking about during that 141-pound matchup. He gets back up to his feet, but then he looked for that second move. Didn't work out there at the edge of the mat, but he's going to keep trying to diversify his attack from the bottom.
And now the left leg adjusting. The left leg came in first for Van Brill, so Brian Murphy has to keep that left side tucked in a Granby roll.
There's that second move, the Granby pop. Got back up to his feet, and he kept moving, allowing himself to get the separation, pick up that 1-point escape. It is now 3-1 with Brian Murphy leading in the third period.
And pushing Van Brill around is Brian Murphy. Walks back to the center of the mat, runs out of real estate, says, I'm not going to worry about it. Post, high crotch switches.
And that's what Brian Murphy does well. He gets his guys into a fight, not just a wrestling match. Van Brill got overly excited, pushes the head, and he's able to capitalize on that and pull into a shot of his own. Setting up the takedown well, gets deep on the shot. Now let's see if he can finish the takedown.
And now he has to focus on that ankle right there. Put 2 hands on the ankle or the knee and swim out. This is going to be 2 points for Brian Murphy and potential back points as well.
Steps over. He steps over, the bench calling for 2. He gets the 2-point takedown. He's got the claw there.
Dangerous position here for Brian Murphy. That bottom knee is tucked under there.
He's able to wiggle that bottom knee out like you said, and he's now on top with 25 seconds left in the match. Riding time is a non-factor, but it looks like Brian Murphy's going to edge it in this key matchup of the dual meet. Van Brill back up to his feet. 3 seconds left on the clock, and no escape for Van Brill. Brian Murphy with a big smile at the end of that win. He knew he needed it. He knew he needed that win, and he does just that.